Hello my inky friends, it's Carol Maynard. I'm back with some more alternate project ideas for September's paper pumpkin, the layered leaves. This is such a cool set. I had a lot of fun playing with this and coming up with altered projects, and I just keep thinking of more ideas. So I come up with more ideas faster than I can shoot and video them. But if you are not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can go to my blog, ohmyinkyfingers.com. I have a link right there for Paper Pumpkin, and you can subscribe. You can subscribe for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. It's such a great project, and when I get it in the mailbox every month, I feel like it's a birthday present. It's only $19.95 a month, and that includes shipping, and I just love it. I can't say enough about Paper Pumpkin. If you're not a subscriber, you don't want to miss out on the October or November kits. They are going to be made to match projects, so I'm going to say that they're probably going to coordinate with each other. I did cut off the sides of my flyer here. I'm thinking I'm going to probably do something with these papers that I cut off the side. I cut a banner end on them. I'm going to put them on a card. I haven't decided what yet, but it's going to be something to do with a card, maybe. We'll see. But anyway, don't miss out on October and November kits. I think you're really going to love them. I don't know what they are yet, but I can't wait to find out. So I've been playing around, and I've been making some things. I made these beautiful leaves. Look at this. I'll show you how I did that. They are gorgeous. Let me zoom in so you can see. I just sponged some cardstock, and then I put one of the foil leaves right on the sponged cardstock, and they just turned out so pretty. Now I've done some more things. I'm going to show you how to do this in a minute. Some of the other things that I've done was all of the negative space that's left after you peel it off. Mine has stayed to the card. I haven't, I just peel it off and here's all this negative space left. So what I did was I cut them out off of the card. So you have this. And then what I did was I took some press and seal. And this is just something that you get from the grocery store. And I pressed down on it. Let's remove that. And I took my bone folder and I just pressed this into it really hard. And I just really made sure the press and seal was stuck down. And then working from the back, I just removed the paper. It is painstakingly slow because some of these little tiny pieces do not want to stick. So again, if you rub them with the bone folder, eventually they do stick. But it is painstakingly slow. But let me show you what I've done with these. I took the outline leaf from Seasonal Layers Thinlit dies. Okay, so it comes with the outline leaf and all these other gorgeous dies. If you don't have this set, oh, you got to get this. And the detail leaf is exactly the same as this, which comes in the Paper Pumpkin kit. So what I did was I cut out some plain, I used old olive leaves. So I cut these out. And then after I peeled all the negative space up and the release paper, you see how it comes up? And I think I got them all up. Like I said, it's painstakingly slow, but it does work. And then you take your leaf and you just flip this over, match it up onto the leaf, and press it down. And all that negative space comes onto the leaf, and then I just sponged around the edges. And doesn't that make a beautiful leaf? You could do this with any color. You could do it with the crushed curry, the Cajun craze. I just did it with the old olive. I think it's gorgeous. So I did that to a couple. How pretty they are. I mean, they are just absolutely stunning. And then let me show you how I did these. Let's bring this paper back in, scratch paper. This is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and what I did was I just took my inks, Cajun Craze, crushed curry, old olive, and just inked up a sponge, and I kind of came in and just swirled around. This does take a little, little patience. Leave some white spots. I hear my dogs playing with their squeaker toys. I don't know if you can hear that. And you can make this as dark as you want. But if you come in from the side, you won't get harsh lines. So you start off from the edge and you kind of come in and just keep swirling it around. Start off on your scratch paper and come in and swirl. Swirl, swirl, swirl. It's kind of therapeutic, actually, especially after a hard day at work. Whew. Gonna do some crushed curry here on the end. Gonna come in over top of this a little bit. And again, you can you leave some white space. I don't really leave white space, but I left some light areas. Let's come in with this. Some dark areas. I'm going to leave this lighter space there. So you just keep inking until you have the colors that you like. Okay, let's push the ink pads out of the way. Bring in my big shot. I'm using my platform with my precision base plate. Going to bring in my leaf die, my outline. Now, if you'll notice, this is going the same way like this. So if I would cut this like this, the stems and everything would not match up. It's all going the wrong way. So I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to cut on this side. And then after you cut it, you're going to flip it over and it's just going to be a pretty little surprise. I'm going to run this through. And let's see what we have. Isn't that pretty? Ooh! It's just so pretty. I just love these autumn fall colors. Okay, we're going to flip this over again. We're just going to keep cutting until we use up all the space on our blended cardstock. This is almost sad to throw that away. I think I might have to save that. Okay, so here they are. Let's look to see what we have here. I'm going to use, oh, I don't know which one to use. They're all so pretty. All right, let's use this one. And I haven't had any issues peeling these up. I've read that some people were having issues, but if you start with the stem and you just go very carefully and pick it up, you can fit this right back down on here. And it matches up beautifully. Look at that. So these are just a little, they're all just so different because I sponged them all differently. And I have one more left. I might as well use it, right? Oh, which one of you beauties are gonna get, oh, let's use this one. No, let's use this one. Okay, so we're gonna lift that up. We're gonna put that right down on top. It fits perfect. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? Oh, show you how to make this. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fold this over and seal it. So let's use some snail. You're going to want to seal all three sides. I made the mistake of not sealing all three sides, and it popped up a little bit on the one side. Okay, so I'm going to trim off the, so this is how the envelope would be. Okay, I folded it over, I sealed it. I'm going to trim off a side, probably just a little sliver, and put it in my trimmer. And this really is all I trimmed off, a sliver. Okay, so this is going to be your bag, and then you're going to score 1/4 of an inch all three sides. Okay. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to score it on the other side too. Only because it's really thick. Let's move this. Now, we're going to fold these over. You're going to use your bone folder and make it nice and creased. You're going to not only go that way, but you're going to go back the other way. Let's do this side. So, crease, crease, crease. Flip it back. Okay, now we're going to do the bottom. Now I really should have probably gone a little bit more than 1/4. I did, I believe I did, I think I did 3/8 of an inch there, or maybe it might have been 1/2 of an inch. I thought that was a little bit too wide, but maybe that's what I'm going to need anyway, so we'll see. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to reach your hand inside, and you're going to push these in, so that makes the pleat of your bag. You're going to push this side in, and that makes the pleat on that side. So you follow me so far? Then on the bottom, you're going to kind of flatten out the bottom, and then it makes these, let's stick a pokey in here. It makes these little corners right here. So if you just pinch those and flip them to the bottom, flip them to the bottom like that, there is your bag. Now, like I said, I did this one, I think it might have been, let's see, yeah, this was a 1/2 inch. So if you want a thicker bottom to your bag, just score it at a 1/2 inch. This I did at a 1/4 inch. You can put some, you can put probably a peppermint patty in here. That also, this, doing it at a 1/2 inch also made this bag a little bit smaller. You can see that this one's a little bit bigger. So that's what a 1/2 inch will, or a 1/4 inch will do. The difference between these two is only a 1/4 inch. Okay, so then what you could do is, I just took a piece of a doily and I flipped that over the top. I layered my leaves on here and I topped it with one of the clothespins that came in the kit, and I tied some the baker's twine on there. So that looks really cute. And again, this one will probably hold like a peppermint patty, and this one could probably hold some nuggets or some kisses. Speaking of, I made this. What I did here was I took the pillow box. This is just a 1/2 of the pillow box. I have already got this one cut, but what I did was I took this label punch. This is in the holiday catalog. It's called the Everyday Label Punch, and I just went in here and punched a couple of these labels. I thought, well, that'll look pretty. And the way you keep going here is you have to cut some of this excess off. And then you can punch another. And I don't think there's enough to punch one more. Maybe. Look at that. You can just get 3. Oh, you can just get 3 labels out of one side of the pillow box. So that means you can make 6. You can make 6 labels with one pillow box. Okay, so then what I did was I brought my sponge in and I just went around and sponged the sides like that. Anyway, okay, so then what I did was I cut a piece of the crushed curry. So this I cut at 3. Let's just go 3 1/4 because 3 1/8. So 3 1/8 by 4. And I'm going to actually score this at 2. Okay, real pretty. I just thought it looked a lot like the fall. Oops, I guess I need some plates. My plates are so bad, I need new ones. Actually, I have new ones, but I'm saving them for my foil paper. If you run your foil paper through on these really crappy plates, all of this cutting kind of flows through to your right to your foil, and it really doesn't look very pretty. So I'm saving my really nice plates for when I cut foil. And I do expect to be cutting foil real soon because I'm going to be coming up with some great, awesome Christmas cards. Okay, so here's this. This is real pretty. You can even sponge this. Let's see here. So I'm going to fold this. Ah, that's not my bone folder, that's my ruler. And let's see, what can we do with this? Instead, we'll try and use things out of the kit. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're not even going to use a rubber stamp. We're going to just decorate it with some leaves. Alright. Let's put some fast fuse on this. I like to use fast fuse on this because I am gluing this to an embossed piece of cardstock. The fast fuse works really well. I think I have a pokey tool around here. Here we go. Okay, so let's pick up a few of these. Take off the release paper. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna have to use one of these. Oh yes, I'm liking it already. Put that down there like that. You know what? I have something here that says keep calm and be thankful. So let's take some of this twine. Put it in here. Tie it in a knot. Make a pretty bow. Hopefully. You know how stressful it is to make bows on camera? Oh my gosh. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe it, but it's true. I'm going to stick that over there because I really don't want to cover that gorgeous leaf. Put 2 glue dots on the back. Take off the release paper. And we're just going to stick this over here. I guess we better put it on top. Put it underneath that leaf, on top of that leaf. How's that? I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so I do already have a bag of kisses. And I have my handy dandy stapler. My staples happen to be colored staples. Woohoo! Can you believe it? I don't even remember where I got these. They're so old. Let me show you how old these are. Really, these are old. How old are they, Carol? They're so old that you see these holes. Look at, I don't know if you can see that, but they're that old that the paint just, I don't know if it was from sunlight or what, but that's how old they are. Okay, so what do you think? That's kind of cute for, you know, on the fly, making it on the fly. Okay, so I do have some more projects up my sleeve. Might just feature those on my blog instead of making a video because I have some Halloween papers and stamp sets that I just received those in today, and oh, I can't wait to make some Halloween stuff. So I do have some other projects, but you'll have to go to my blog to see those. That's ohmyinkyfingers.com, and all of these projects will be featured there. And again, I can't say enough about Paper Pumpkin. You will love it. If you subscribe, pick me as your demonstrator. I'd be forever grateful, and I will send you gifts, free gifts to all my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So until next time, happy inking!